Hello Russian learners, Oksana here, welcome to my channel. So we'll continue with our Russian studies, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Russian adjectives. So if you've watched my previous lessons, we've already talked about Russian nouns in one of them. I'll link to them in the description under the video. And you may have already been familiar with this very important theme in the Russian language, which is the gender. So you may probably know already that Russian nouns can be divided into three groups according to their gender, which is masculine, feminine, and neuter. And the thing is that the Russian adjectives follow the same three categories, can be divided into the same three categories as the Russian nouns. And according to the these categories are genders, and according to the gender of the adjectives, you have to attribute it to the noun of the same gender. So if you have a noun of a masculine gender, you have to connect it with the adjective of the same gender as well. So that is the rule. And now let's look at the three groups of Russian adjectives, and we'll talk about how to distinguish the genders of the Russian adjectives. So let's write down the three groups of the Russian adjectives. First is masculine, second is feminine, and the third is neuter. So let's talk about the first group, which is masculine gender. So if you remember how to distinguish the gender of Russian nouns, it is basically by the ending. So if you see a specific ending of a noun, you can distinguish the gender of a noun according to this gender. So in Russian adjectives, the same rule is applied, and the masculine gender adjectives can end in either y, then either oy or e. So if you see the adjective ending in y, oy, or e, it is an adjective of a masculine gender. And please also take notice that this form of an adjective, the masculine gender adjectives, are the form which you can encounter in the dictionary. It is like a default form, and from this form you can transform an adjective into either feminine or neuter gender. But I'll tell you how to do it further in this lesson. So now let me give you some of examples how the adjectives, the masculine gender adjectives in Russian look like. So let's talk about first, let's take an adjective ending in y. Let's take this one. Новый, новый, новый. So this adjective is ending in y. So that is the y, the ending, and this this adjective is of a masculine gender. It is translated as new, новый. Next, let's take this adjective. Большой, 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 meaning big, and it is ending in the oy, and it is of a masculine gender. And the last one ending in e. Let's take this one. Маленький, маленький, маленький. It is ending in e, and it is of a masculine gender as well. So if you see other variations of adjectives ending in either e, oy, or e, it is of a masculine gender, and basically all of the adjectives you can encounter in the dictionary are of the masculine gender because it is a default form of an adjective in Russian. Next, let's look at the feminine gender adjectives. And the endings of a feminine gender adjectives are easier. It is only one ending. It is aya. For now, there will be some exceptions, which I'll talk about later. But for now, the most common ending is aya. And let's right now transform these adjectives into the feminine gender ones. So to transform these adjectives into feminine, you have to drop these endings and to add the ending aya. So новый will be transformed into новая, новая, новая. So the ending is aya. So basically you drop the ending y. Nov will be like a stem, a word stem. To this stem you add the ending aya, and you get the adjective novaya, which is of a feminine gender, meaning as well big. Next we have большой. We drop the ending oy. We are left with the stem больше. Let's write it down. And we add the ending aya, and we get большая. Большая, большая. Again, the ending aya is of a feminine gender. And let's transform the third one. Маленькая, маленькая, маленькая. So we dropped the e ending, we added the aya ending, and we get the adjective of a feminine gender, маленькая, маленькая. And now let's talk about the third group, which is the neuter gender. And here we have this ending. I'm talking about the common ending. I'm not talking about any exceptions right now. So the ending is oye, oye. So again, we drop the ending of an adjective, and to the word stem we are adding the ending oye, and we get the adjective in a neuter gender. So that will be новое, 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 новое. Next, большая, we drop ая or ой, and adding oye, and we get the adjective большое, большое of a neuter gender. And the third one is маленький, маленькая, and we get маленькое, 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 which is little. So you see, it is very easy to transform an adjective, which you can see in the dictionary, which is of a masculine form always. It is very easy to transform it into a feminine and a neuter gender adjective just by dropping the default masculine ending, and adding aya for feminine gender and oye for neuter gender. Let me give you some word combinations examples. For example, like how to combine these adjectives with a noun. So if we have a masculine gender noun, we have always to combine it with a masculine gender noun. So both noun and an adjective have to be of a masculine gender. So for example, let's take this. Новый дом. Новый дом. So we see that both the noun dom, which is house, is of a masculine gender. So if a noun is of a masculine gender, you are adding the adjective of the same gender, of masculine gender, and you get your word combination новый дом, new house. Let's take another example with the feminine gender noun. And that is новая машина. Новая машина. So машина, the noun, is meaning a car. It is of the feminine gender, so we are using the adjective of the feminine gender as well. And we get this combination, новая машина, meaning new car. And the third one, let's take this example. And this is новое пальто. Новое пальто. Пальто meaning coat, and it is of a neuter gender because it is ending in "o". You know that a noun ending in "o" is almost always a neuter gender. And if a noun is of a neuter gender, we're using the adjective of a neuter gender as well. We take новое, and we get this combination, новое пальто, meaning new coat. So I hope that's clear. And now let's talk about some exceptions to this rule. So the first example, or exception, I'm sorry, it is concerning the feminine gender adjectives. So if a masculine gender adjective ending in, let's take this. So the first, if a masculine gender adjective is ending in ni, so the feminine gender adjective is ending in ya. So you see, we have already talked about e ending, but in this case, the ending e may be preceded by whichever consonant, it doesn't matter, but when it is preceded by the consonant n, so we get ni, the feminine gender transformed from this masculine form will be ending in ya. Let me give you some example first. Let's take this adjective, последний, meaning the last. And if we transform this into a feminine gender adjective, we will get this. Последняя. So it is a feminine gender. So when you see a masculine gender adjective ending in n plus e, ni, the feminine gender will be transformed into nya, ya. So that is one exception. So you are not changing e to aya, you are changing it to ya. So that is the first exception. And another exception is about the neuter gender adjectives. So again, we're talking first about the default adjectives. So when a default adjective ending in, again, ni, then we have жи, then we have she, then we have she, and we also have chi. So when you see an adjective, a masculine adjective, and in this consonant combinations, letter combinations, so the neuter gender adjective will be ending in ye. So the neuter gender adjective will be ending in ye. So let me give you some example. So let's take again последний. So последний, we drop the e ending and we adding the ye, and we get последнее. Последнее. So by the main rule, you had to be adding the oye ending, but it is an exception, and when ee ending is preceded by n, the neuter gender is made by adding the ending ye. So последний, and in the neuter gender it will be последние. Последние. Next, let's take a z ending. So this is the masculine gender adjective, свежий, 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 meaning fresh, and in the neuter gender it will be свежее, свежее, свежее. Next, let's have she, ending she, and we'll take this adjective in the masculine gender, which is хороший, 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 meaning good, and in the neuter gender it will be хорошее, 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 хорошее. Next, let's take she. Okay, I don't have enough space here. Let's take this example. Настоящий. Настоящий, meaning real. So let me write it here, maybe. Настоящий. So, настоящий. Настоящий, it is of a masculine gender, adjective of a masculine gender, ending in she, and to transform it into the adjective of a neuter gender, we are dropping the e, and we're adding ye, and we'll get настоящее. Настоящее, настоящее, real. And the last exception, it is the adjective ending in chi. So let's take this example. Горячий, 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 meaning hot. And in the neuter gender, this masculine gender adjective will be горячее, горячее, горячее. So these are the exceptions to the general rule. So let's look over them again. So masculine gender adjectives are ending in uy, oy, or i. Feminine gender adjectives are ending in aya. And neuter gender are ending in oye, but there are some exceptions. When the masculine gender adjective is ending in e, preceded by the consonant m, the feminine gender adjectives will be ending in я. For example, последний, последняя. And also, when a masculine gender adjective ending in e plus preceding consonant either n, j, sh, sha, ch, so when the masculine gender adjective ending in ni, ji, shi, shi, chi, the neuter gender adjective will be ending in ye. So you drop e here and you're adding ye. For example, свежий, свежее, and so on. So I know that is quite overwhelming for now, but it is very important for you to know, because if you don't know this rule, it will be very hard for you to progress into your further studies. It is very, very important. And basically what you have to know right now is that there are 3 categories of Russian adjectives, the same as with the nouns. And when you combine both nouns and adjectives in a sentence, they have to be of the same gender. If you have a noun of a feminine gender, you have to add an adjective of a feminine gender as well. And the adjectives that you see in the dictionary are all of the masculine gender. It is like a default gender. And if you are not unsure how to transform this masculine gender this masculine gender adjective into a feminine or neuter adjective, you can always check Google, or you can write me in the description below, in the commentary section. I will help you whenever you want. So just try to check any resources that you have so that you will be sure you're not making any mistakes. But I promise you, when you continue further into your studies, when you read and listen to more of Russian, it will be very easy for you. You'll get like the hang of it, and will not be any difficulties for you with that aspect. So for now, please learn this rule, and I highly encourage you to try and read any Russian text that you see, and try to find adjectives in them, and try to determine what genders their affirmative will be, they are corresponding to, and that will be a very great practice for you in this type of language rule. So for now, that is all. I know that is a very long video. Thank you for watching till the very end, and if you have any mistakes, please feel free to write them down in the description below, in the commentary section down below. And please, I will be very thankful to you if you support my channel with your likes, and if you subscribe also, to not miss out on the further lessons. And I'll definitely see you very soon in our next videos. So thank you for watching. Stay healthy, and good luck with your studies. Goodbye.